Hello everyone, I am Professor Archana Zadav from IT Department, RSUE Tathode. Today we are going to discuss about an assignment related to Software Laboratory 1. The assignment is write a PLSQL block to implement a cursor. First of all, we will discuss what is the need of a cursor and where the cursor is used. As we know, select statement may retrieve one record, no record, or many records. And if select statement retrieving a many records, then we require a mechanism to navigate the result tuple by tuple, and cursor provide that mechanism to us. Cursors are used inside the triggers, stored procedure, or stored functions. Now we will discuss which are the different operations we need to execute the cursor. First operation is we require to declare a cursor. The statement will contain declare keyword. Then we have to specify the cursor name. Then we have to bind the select query to the cursor. After declaration, the next operation is opening the cursor. To open the cursor, we have to write open keyword and then we have to specify the cursor name. After opening the cursor, the next operation we require to perform is fetch the record. Then it retrieves the next row pointed by the cursor and move the cursor pointer to the next row in the result set. The syntax for this is we have to first write the fetch keyword, then we have to specify the cursor name, and then we can specify the variable list in which the data we have retrieved from the cursor will be get stored. And the last operation is close the cursor. Now close cursor statement will release the memory associated with the cursor, and the statement is close keyword, and then we have to specify the name of the cursor. After this, now we are going to see that each time you call the fetch statement, the cursor attempt to read the next row in the result set. When the cursor reaches the last tuple of the result set, it will not able to get the data because already all the tuples have completed. Now here the condition is raised by the MySQL, and to handle this condition we require to declare the handler in our code. So the syntax for declaring the handler in MySQL is like this. We have to write declare continue handler for not found, and then we are setting some variable value to 1. Here we have used the variable name as a finish. After this, now we will see how to write a cursor in a procedure. So for that, I have used two tables to demonstrate writing of a cursor in a procedure. So first relation is an employee and the second relation is a department salary. Now we will see actual implementation of a cursor in MySQL. For that, we have to go to the MySQL now. I have already created here the two tables, employee and the department salary with this data. Now, if you observe the data in the employee table, we are having the 8 different rows here. From that, 2 employees are belonging to the each department, as we are having the 4 departments here. Now, the department sal table is containing the 4 department number. Now, what we want, this we have to write a cursor for selecting the data from the department salary, and one by one we want to update the total salary of this table by calculating the salary of the employees belonging to that particular department. And for that we have written a procedure. I have already written a procedure here. See, this is my procedure. The procedure name is a cursor demo, where we have declared a 2 variable. One is a done, second is current underscore d number. After that we have declared a cursor dnum cursor, and we bind the query select department number from department salary. This particular query select all the department numbers from the department salary when the cursor will get executed. After this declaration, then we have declared the handler for not found, and here in this handler we have set done is equal to 1. Done is our variable which is of type integer. After declaring all these things, the next operation we are going to perform in this particular procedure is opening the cursor. After opening the cursor, the query binded with that particular cursor will be get executed, and the result set will be generated, and it will be stored in the memory which is associated with that particular cursor, and the cursor is pointing to the first memory location. Now, after opening this particular cursor and fetching the data, now the next operation we are going to perform is fetch all these tuples one by one. So by using this fetch command, the first department number we are going to be fetched in the variable which is called as the current underscore D number. Using this department number, total salary of the department will be calculated using the data in employee table, and this value will be updated in department salary table. After executing this update query, the loop will be continued for the next department number in the cursor, and like that the data will be updated for each and every department. Now we will copy this particular code and paste this procedure in MySQL. So we will go to the MySQL. Before pasting this code in the MySQL, first we have to change the delimiter. So I have changed the delimiter to double slash. Now the delimiter had changed. After that, we will paste this procedure here, and we will give the delimiter as a double slash. This procedure will be get created. Now we will see how to call this particular procedure using the command call and then give the name of the procedure. So we will see that what will happen when we execute this particular procedure. See, before executing the procedures, just check that what data we are having in the department salary. Each and every department's total salary is 0. Now, by using the data in the employee table for that particular department, the total salary field of each department will be get updated by using this particular procedure. So after calling this particular procedure, see that how the data will be changed. Now this procedure will be called. Now we will again check what is the data present in now the department salary table. So for that, I will write a query select star from DEPT salary table, and if you check the data in this particular table, see each and every department salary will be updated, and to update that value, the rows from the employee table are used. Okay, so some of the employees which are belonging to that department will be done in this particular procedure, and that value we have updated by using this update query in the department salary table. Like that, this particular procedure will be written with the help of a cursor, and in one go we are going to update the value of each and every department which is present in the department salary table. So this is a demo for showing how we have written the cursor in procedure.